Hello and welcome to the Savvy Gadgetz channel with me, Ven UK, and today we're playing Control. Now before we continue, I have to warn you that this particular game contains swearing, and it's either going to be a 15 or an 18 rated game. I'll have a look into it. So you have been warned. So let's get on with it. Okay, so here we are. I've not actually played this game yet, so this is entirely new to me, but I got Control with my Gigabyte 260 RTX Super, along with Wolfenstein Youngblood, and I'll be posting some videos about that game as well. But let's get in there and see what we get. So, yeah, just start a new game. Cool. Okay, so there's a nice little hint there. I might have to be jumping over some obstacles. Okay.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing.
Good for you.
It's like we live in a room and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different. For each of us, it can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Hopefully I won't need any of that. Okay, let's go in there.
Shit.
Oh, swearing. That's nice.
Shit.
Lots of swearing.
You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really?
Okay, she's hearing voices. No, I'm not touching that. The barge pole. Although I fully expect that's the way forward. Go on then.
And there goes the poster.
Talking guns, fantastic.
Can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, The service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Somewhere weird, love. That's where you are. Oh, that was lucky. Almost didn't make that. Oh, so melee.
The same gun.
The talking gun. Had lips and everything.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
Maybe things are looking up. We have a weapon. And I guess I just fell off of something and died. Worst shot in the world. Oh, okay, so okay, recharging weapon, so you've got to be careful with how you shoot. Worst comes to the worst, you can always punch him one. Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. Really inconvenient, it has to be said.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Nutter. Right.
Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go? harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in Bureau Seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director. There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Where are we? We are in the game Control. And this lovely lady here, her name is Jessie. And she is the director of the Bureau, which is the building that you're in, which is bloody massive. It's huge. It's fair warning that this game does contain some swearing, and it's a bit grim in places, so be warned. It's quite likely to be a 15 to an 18. I haven't looked into the PEGI rating yet, but I will do. Okay, so you start off by entering the building and you come across a guy called Trench. Trench is already dead, having blown his brains out with a service revolver. And on picking up the revolver, you are given your first object of power. Right, now if you're a big fan of Warehouse 13, then this game's probably quite up your alley, because the weapons and objects in the game are imbued with power which give the person who uses them, aka Jessie, the powers that she needs to do various bits and pieces. So she can levitate, for instance. Or she can telekinetically pick things up and throw them. Or do a quick dash, or bring up a shield. And these are various bits and pieces that I've accumulated during the game. Now, that's not all. So, at these control points, which you sort of cleanse as you walk forward, or move forward through the game, are also your ability to fast travel, upgrade your abilities. As you can see, that I haven't actually not worked out what that one is yet, but there's my levitation. And I've put points and skill points into that, which you earn as you progress through the game and complete missions. I've put a lot of points into the launch, which is the telekinesis. Might get that as well. That's only 1 point, but then you've got health improvements, energy improvements. Now you use like energy to launch things, levitate, that kind of thing. Melee damage, I haven't put a lot into that because most of the time I'm shooting. So you can also create astral constructs. Now the astral construct is actually your gun or modifications for your gun and yourself. So you can create weapon mods for different levels from 1 to 5, and the same for yourself. So 5 is a absolute mod, and the materials that it's listing down the right hand side there, you pick up as you kill enemies, which are referred to as the hiss, and that's kind of what you're fighting here. It's the hiss. So it all kicked off when Jessie and her brother Dylan, as young children, found an object of power called the Projector. They used the projector, it cast something on a picture on the wall, and they were able to walk into the picture. This actually reminds me of an episode from Red Dwarf. But when they came out, both Dylan and Jessie had with them this thing called Polaris. And it kind of lives within them. It's kind of gives them their ability to stave off the hiss. Now, after that, Dylan and the Projector were grabbed by the Bureau, who are like the corporate sort of government faction. But Jessie made her escape, and she's now spent her life looking for her brother Dylan. And finally she's got to the Bureau, and she is now the director. And only the director can be bound with these objects of power. So not anyone can pick them up. And Polaris protects her and helps her do that. Okay. So I have already posted some gameplay footage of the floppy disk fight, which gives you the telekinetic throw. And then you've also got additional missions here which you can take on for the board. Now, after you pick up the gun when you find Trench, who is dead, you then start seeing visions of Trench, but you can't understand him until you find the old Bakelite phone. And once you do that, he will start talking to you coherently, and you'll be able to hear the board. You enter sort of like, there are places where you can pick up these items, and then they are then tested to make sure that you've got what they can do. So, but what happens is you pull like find areas in the game where you pull a sort of like a cord in the ceiling. You pull it 3 times, and then you end up in what's called the Transatlantic Ocean Casino Motel. At which point you're given a puzzle to solve using 3 rooms to find the key to get back. I would say it opens up another door and gives you another toggle to pull 3 times, and then you can move forward, and then you take on a object of power, and there you go. It's all very complicated. Once you play the game and you see how it goes, you'll see what it is. But I am absolutely loving it. I am really enjoying it because I was a big Warehouse 13 fan, and I really enjoy that sort of thing. I'm really quite enjoying playing this game, and I quite enjoy the story. So I've actually come across Dylan, lovingly referred to as P6, and Jessie, according to the Bureau, is P7. But now she's the director, and she's kind of in charge. The Hiss have invaded or escaped from the astral plane, and Jessie's trying to sort of like push them back and find her brother. Okay, so beyond that, you also have the ability to, once you create the guns, different guns, and upgrade them, you get to fit them with different mods, and there are quite a few different weapons. So I will list them here and now as to what they actually do. Right, so the grip is your first weapon that you get, and it's basically your normal sort of gun. It's a single shot as you pull the trigger. Then you get the spin, which is basically a machine gun. Right, so let's demonstrate these. Let's get the grip up. So the grip is just like that. and then you see the bar in the middle, it charges back up. That's kind of the energy that the gun's using. Alright, so if we go back into the G menu, actually no, we can just press F and it swaps out to the machine gun, like that. Massive rate of fire, no particular accuracy. And beyond that, if we go for the shatter, and then beyond that I think you get the pierce. So the shatter is basically, I think that's that one, is basically a shotgun. And the pierce is a sniper rifle. Single shot, charge it up, bang, there we go. Very powerful, very deadly. And finally, last but not least, we have the charge, which is a rocket launcher. There we go. So those are the different weapons. Now you can swap and change between them in game as much as you like. I prefer to use the grip. Now the pierce isn't going to be particularly useful for what I'm about to undertake. And it will be about my third attempt, I believe. Spin doesn't really do enough damage. Charge. That may work in this particular instance. Right, okay, so again, once you upgrade these weapons in the construct menu, which you only find at these points on the floor, you will be given the ability to, as you can see, I've only got a spin, shatter and charge to upgrade because I've upgraded the grip and the other rifle, the pierce one. And these are the only ones that are left, but I haven't got enough bits and pieces. So I think I might upgrade the charge. I tend to use that more. So let's get out of that. Let's do a quick look at the fast travel. You can see I've been quite a bit in there. So executive, you're kind of holding up in the executive, and you go through various bits and pieces. Now this area over here with a question mark, I haven't been there yet, so that's somewhere. Now the janitor, he's a bit of a weird character, but he's kind of like, he has all the keys and all the information you kind of need, if you see what I mean. So I'm actually in research at the ashtray maze, the ashtray maze, and I'm struggling to get through it at the minute. So I will try and get through it and record it because it's quite cool. But you can see there's quite a decent sized map to play with. So right, okay, I'm going to stop the recording there and record my attempts to get through here. I'm going to show you the one that I achieved because it's actually pretty cool. But right. Once we're through here, hopefully we'll have an object of power fight and we'll gain a new ability. Well, here goes nothing. Cue the rock music. Okay, that wasn't what I was expecting. Right. The others come. You've got to destroy those. That's one of them. Now, these guys with plus symbols by their names, it's because of the orb that you saw floating about. That thing. Right, now that I've taken the orb down, I stand a better chance of getting rid of this geezer. I need some health. Well, that was unexpected and a bit scary. And we're through. No, it was a lot longer than that before. So obviously kicked me off at a point where I'd already got to. Alright, and this, what you're seeing, this vision is Trench.
Changed everything.
Or the deceased Trench. Okay, so I'm trying to capture the light box, and it's transferred me into the astral plane, where it's going to kind of test me. Alright, so gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. And that's it, challenge over. So let's just go grab some health. And it looks like when an enemy is on low health, I can choose to fling them around like a puppet, or I can transfer them onto my side. And there we are. And I bet that's my last bit. Bet that's the other skill that I have to improve.
When I took over the object.
Let's have a look. Not too worried about those at the moment. Abilities. Oh look, there it is. And seize duration. So I can spend points in improving that, and I can then control enemies that I've shot a few times, and then I can sort of turn them to my side. So you go away on holiday for a couple of weeks and come back to find your office looking like this. Someone's been having fun with post-it notes. A little bit too much fun. That's going to take ages to clean up. And so there we have it. That is Control, and I've played my entire way through the game, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'd really like there to be a lot more DLC, but there's possibly not going to happen. However, I must point out this game was reasonably expensive to buy on the Epic Games store. It was about £48. I got mine free with my graphics card, so I got quite lucky there. Especially considering I've enjoyed playing it so much. But, okay, great. If you like this video, thanks for watching. Hit the thumbs up icon and subscribe to my channel. And hit the notification icon to keep up to date with the videos that I post. Thank you very much for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.